Hey guys, ready for some more Transformers movie rankings? Just make sure that when you're watching, you turn the lights on in the room and don't stay too close to the TV. Previously on the Transformers movie ranking special, I covered the 1986 movie, 2007, and Revenge of the Fallen. Two were great, one was ass. And I am not ready for this segment of the video because we are in for the roller coaster to hell. Help me.
We roll out.
What?
Transform and roll out!
So before I begin talking about Dark of the Moon, I just want to talk about the Fallen in Revenge of the Fallen. He barely did anything and was just there to do stuff and die. Same with Frenzy. He only hacked Air Force One, fought some humans, and died. Sorry for not mentioning them in part 1, but let's get on with it.
Come on down to Al Chevy on Route 1 for my post-Super Bowl extravaganza sale. Touchdown! Tomorrow we're smashing prices. All right, back up, back up! Whoa, are you serious? He's gonna come up! Oh, look at there! Oh, that's gonna hurt tomorrow. That is nuts.
Never mess with a Chevy, dude.
Transformers Dark of the Moon tried to improve upon Revenge of the Fallen, but ended up turning the Transformers into the fireworks factory to our Milhouse Van Houten, because we just want to see them on screen and not the cringe-ass humans. Get my comparison? The film starts off strong with the Battle of Cybertron and the moon landing tying into everything, but it just gets worse with the humans. This is why I jokingly call these movies humans. Sam Witwicky got a complete character assassination by turning from a guy who just wanted to matter by not being involved with this alien war to just, look at me, I'm a hero, you should see me as a guy that matters. Carly was just an annoying bitch. Deep Wang, Ken Jeong, I love you, but this ain't it, man. Bruce, played by John Malkovich, was there only to serve as an unfunny comic relief with a few lines that I kind of like. Simmons, I love you, but I can't. No. Dutch, I love you, Alan Tudyk, but no. Judy and Ron Wiki, I wish you had no screen time. You serve zero purpose. I want you written out of this movie. And don't get me started on that one bit between Judy and Sam in that caravan. I hate this movie. I hate the characters. I hate the humans. I hate the humans. I hate the humans. I hate the humans. I hate the Now that I got that out of my system, is there anything good about this movie? Well, aside from the opening scene, I do enjoy Lennox and Epps. Optimus was fun to watch when he's not being a vicious murderer. I do enjoy Sentinel Prime's design. I do love Frances McDormand as Charlotte Meering because she had a point about Sam not being the wartime hero, Gary Stu, piece of shit. But he's just a messenger. Suck it up, asshole. You know, it can be really hard to find the good spots in a movie you absolutely hate to your dying breath. I mean, I did like the toys that came with it. I remember owning the MechTech Optimus Prime and the Leader Class Bumblebee, and right now I have the Cyberverse Optimus Prime and the Voyager MechTech Megatron, which are pretty good figures in their own way. It sucks that they came from a shitty movie. Now, how would I fix this movie? Make Shockwave the big villain. Cut out all the humans, focus more on the Transformers, don't make Optimus into a psychopath, and have an actual good ending that doesn't end abruptly. Okay? This movie is just weak, puny, waste of metal, junkyard crap. I wanted to put it in This Is Bad Comedy, but no. No. I hate this movie. It. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. You. Fuck you. I hate this movie so goddamn much. I don't know why people like it. They're stupid. If you like this movie and admit its flaws, that's fine. But if you like this movie and consider it the greatest thing ever since sliced bread, you can go fuck yourself. At best, this movie will put you to sleep, but at worst, this movie is like an endurance test, and it will make you angry the more you watch it. Also, I want to give a shout out to Bob Show's review of DOTM, because I kind of share his opinions. Let's just move on.
Thanks, kid.
This is going to surprise a lot of people, but I actually enjoyed Age of Extinction. Look. I know it's not perfect. I know it has issues. I know it's not the best one, but hear me out. I like the idea of the humans turning against the Transformers after everything they've done and making their own Transformers, which isn't really a new concept. Like, we have seen human-built Transformers before with Nightbird and G1 and Nemesis Prime in Prime. But I could see this done better if it were written better, if Aaron Kruger was more of a competent writer, like the competent writer he would later become for Top Gun Maverick. And I did enjoy Mark Wahlberg as Cade Yeager, even though he is debatably inferior or superior to Sam Witwicky, but I lean more to the superior category because he's got a good heart. And I really know that his name, Cade Yeager, kind of sounds stupid, but and the whole him being an inventor is really stupid, but come on, I could see an inventor being a protagonist in the Transformers franchise. And I did enjoy the Autobots in this one. Though this may be an unpopular opinion, but I like Hound, Drift, Crosshairs better than Ratchet, Ironhide, or Jazz, because they all lived. And it was nice seeing Bumblebee and Optimus again. And the Dinobots were pretty cool, even though they didn't have that much screen time and were only there in the third act. Lockdown was a pretty awesome villain, because I've been a fan of him since Transformers Animated. And Stanley Tucci was a fun joy to watch, and Kelsey Grammer played a really intimidating villain with Harold Attinger. Now let's get to the elephant in the room. Stuff that really got its infamous reputation. Shane Dyson is one of the worst human characters in all of Transformers. Tessa was just there, and yes, the Romeo and Juliet love scene really is one of the worst scenes in all of the Bay films. Could be the worst, but we'll get to the last night sooner. I asked you all on my YouTube community post which were the worst scenes of the 5 Bayverse films, and a lot of you agreed that the Romeo and Juliet love scene is the worst, along with many other scenes, and I agree with you all. And, of course, the Decepticons were kind of wasted, especially with Galvatron, because it was nice to have Frank Welker back as Galvy, but they were just there for the seed and nothing else. They were just there as generics, given nothing to do except to die. Weak. And one more thing, why is this movie set in China? Because money. China really loved the first 3 Michael Bay Transformers movies, and they ate that shit up, and they even held a contest for Chinese people to audition for the 4th movie, and they ended up being in the movie, which I admit was a pretty cool concept, but yeah. Michael Bay was really whoring himself out to the Chinese audiences, wasn't he? Now, can this movie be improved? Yes. Make Shane and Tessa the same age, and make it shorter, make the Decepticons more competent and more fleshed out, and yeah, that's how I would improve it. Overall, this movie is just kind of mid. Yeah, a solid 5 out of 10, but I'll put it in the look at all the junk and see the treasure. Like, among all the cool stuff you like, there is an equal amount of bad stuff that you don't like. Also, another fun behind-the-scenes trivia, TJ Miller really hated Michael Bay on set, and in response, he killed him off. It's just pretty funny because TJ Miller is also a shitty person in real life. I'm with Bay on this one, because TJ Miller. Anyways, let's move on, shall we?
In this Transform Your Summer Sweepstakes, we could win a screening of the new Transformers movie.
I love those movies. All the action, the fighting robots, the explosions.
Man, I wish Transformers existed in real life.
They do.
Oh, nice.
They should make a movie about this.
Oh, yeah.
Enter the Transform Your Summer Sweepstakes with new color-changing slushes and see Transformers The Last Night in theaters June 21st. This is how you Sonic.
Hey guys, I think I might lose brain cells speaking into the mic talking about Transformers The Last Night, so I'm just gonna write down a Star Wars title crawl on the questions I have on why is this movie so goddamn terrible. Here are the questions I have regarding Transformers Movie 5, The Last Night. Why does this movie constantly change aspect ratios every 2.5 seconds? Why does this have to involve King Arthur? When did Galvatron become Megatron again? Why does Squeaks exist? How did Earth suddenly become Unicron? Why is Optimus barely in this goddamn movie? How does Bumblebee sound different with his normal voice compared to his brief time he had a voice at the end of the first movie? Why did they waste another Combaticon with this one after barely doing anything with Brawl? Why didn't we see Cogman with his Headmaster gimmick? Who thought it was a good idea to make Cade and Vivian find the clues to Merlin's staff sound like they're having sex? How was Simmons able to walk again after being wheelchair bound in the 3rd act of Dark of the Moon? What was with the deal with the Order of the Witwickens? Speaking of the Witwickens, how did they get the name before Archibald Witwicky discovered Megatron in the Arctic Circle? Why did the writers of Iron Man, Batman, and Robin and Walking Dead screw this one up? Who thought it was a good idea to retcon everything that came before in the first 4 movies? Why did Anthony Hopkins say yes to starring in this film? Is the TRF basically the same as Cemetery Wind from Age of Extinction? Why did they bring Stanley Tucci back to this film and not reprise his role as Joshua from the movie 4, but as Merlin? Why hype up 2 new combiners only to do nothing with them in the final battle? When did Cybertron become smaller and have greenery all around it? Why is Tony Hale there? What the hell was with that J-Lo line towards Izzy? What was the point of Jimmy? What happened to the Dinobots after the fight in that ghost town? Where's Epps? And another thing. Why is Hot Rod French? I know he hates the accent, but why? When I was 14, this was the first Transformers movie I ever saw in a movie cinema. I thought it was the greatest thing I've ever seen this year, back in 2017, but as I got older and turned my brain on, oh god, what the hell was I thinking? Then again, I do enjoy Katie Yeager more than Sam Witwicky, but no. Why, man? Why? Anthony Hopkins, you're a legend, but you're enjoyable to watch in some parts, but no. Just no, dude. No. And why do you shun the Marvel movies that you starred in, but sing the praises of this movie that you also starred in? Maybe it must have been a paycheck. Lennox, it's good to have you back, but no. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Vivian, you were just there, even though I do... you see what I mean? It's hard to talk about some good stuff in this movie because this movie is just so bad. I didn't like how the fight between Nemesis and Bumblebee was hyped up, even though it only happened in like 90 seconds. They showed all the footage for the trailers, and they just ended this fight with a whimper, with Bumblebee finally speaking to Optimus to talk him out of Quintess's brain control. And Earth being Unicron. It made sense in Transformers Prime, but they never explained it, they never addressed it in the previous 4 movies. They just said, oh yeah, Earth is Unicron now. Ugh. I'm just gonna put this in the weak, puny, waste of metal, junkyard crap tier. And I have to agree with everyone else in the fandom that this is the worst Transformers movie ever. While Dark of the Moon made me angry, The Last Night just left me confused, frustrated, and just brain dead all around. Who knew my favorite memory from this movie was owning the Voyager class Optimus Prime figure and customizing him to make him more film accurate. I had more fun doing that than watching this movie. Overall, I'm just done talking about the Bay films in general. I just want to talk about the good stuff when we get to part 3.